In the US, the whole idea of a mansion staying in the same family, generation after generation, seems almost foreign, like some tale from the European aristocracy. But for a mainline estate, that's exactly what happened. Hi everyone, Ken here. Hit that subscribe button and let's explore this house. Colonel Robert L. Montgomery was not born into great wealth, but he possessed the drive to attain it. He was born in 1879 to a respected Philadelphia family. His father, William Woodrow Montgomery, even helped found the Radnor Hunt Club, embedding young Robert in the traditions of fox hunting and society life from an early age. As a teenager, Robert briefly served in the Spanish-American War, and by his 20s, he set out to replenish the family coffers through a career in finance. In 1902, he married Charlotte Hope Binney Tyler, his second cousin and the daughter of a wealthy banker. With new money from his own ventures and old money from Charlotte's inheritance, the Montgomerys were poised to ascend the ranks of Philadelphia's elite. In 1907, Robert co-founded an investment brokerage with his brother-in-law, forming the firm of Montgomery, Clothier, and Tyler, which thrived in the booming economy of the early 20th century. By 1910, the success of his firm enabled Robert to begin acquiring large tracts of land in Radnor Township, about 15 miles from Philadelphia. He initially purchased 210 acres of pastoral land, and over the next 2 decades, kept buying adjacent farms and homesteads until he controlled over 800 acres of contiguous property. This expansive patchwork of fields, woods, and gentle hills would soon become Ardrossan. Despite his growing fortune, Robert also answered the call of public service. During World War I, he was appointed to the U.S. government's Aircraft Production Board and was commissioned as a colonel in the Army Signal Corps, helping to lead procurement of equipment for the nascent air service. This wartime role earned him the lifelong honorific colonel, by which he became widely known. But that's getting a bit ahead in our story. In 1911, he commissioned Horace Trumbauer, the preeminent Gilded Age architect of Philadelphia, to design the mansion at the heart of his estate. Trumbauer was famous for his palatial designs. He was the architect behind some of America's most famous country houses, such as the Widener family's Linwood Hall. And for Montgomery, he created a scholarly Georgian Revival house of grand yet refined presence. Completed in 1913, the Ardrossan mansion is a 3-story Georgian Revival manor built of warm brick and limestone trim, encompassing approximately 38,000 square feet and 50 rooms, including at least 15 bedrooms. Its facade is dignified and symmetrical, evoking the English country houses that Montgomery admired. Inside, Ardrossan was fitted out to epitomize Edwardian elegance. Montgomery hired the London firm, White, Alum & Company, decorators to the British royal family, to handle the interiors. The result was opulent, but not gaudy. White Alum furnished the rooms with fine mahogany furniture, damask wall coverings, and crystal chandeliers identical to those found in European palaces. The walls were hung with an art collection worthy of a museum. Portraits by renowned artists like Thomas Sully, Gilbert Stuart, Charles Wilson Peale, and Augustus John adorned the ballroom and halls. In fact, nearly every space was decorated with portraits of the Montgomerys' distinguished ancestors or family members, underscoring the sense of lineage and legacy within the home. One enormous drawing room, simply called the Hall, featured twin marble fireplaces topped by portraits of Robert and Charlotte themselves, facing each other across the room. Ardrossan quickly earned renown as one of the most splendid residences on the Philadelphia main line, yet unlike many showy estates of the era, Ardrossan always had a dual identity. It was equal parts high society mansion and functional farm. It was said that on a given day, one might see Colonel Montgomery in the morning overseeing prize cattle in his barns, and that same evening hosting glittering cocktail parties in Ardrossan's refined rooms. The mansion's design facilitated this lifestyle, grand enough for entertaining dukes and diplomats, yet situated amid fields teeming with real agricultural activity. Colonel Montgomery lived out his days as master of Ardrossan, witnessing the estate flourish and his family grow. In the summer of 1949, while staying at the family's country house, Mansfield Plantation, Colonel Montgomery passed away at the age of 70. Charlotte continued living at Ardrossan full-time until her own passing in 1970. Against all odds, Ardrossan, the mansion and much of its land, survived well into the 21st century as a private family estate. This continuity is extraordinary, considering that nearly all of the Montgomerys' Gilded Age contemporaries on the main line saw their grand homes meet the wrecking ball. Ardrossan, by contrast, remained in the hands of Colonel Montgomery's descendants, who showed a remarkable commitment to preserving their heritage. That is not to say the estate didn't evolve and shrink over time, but its core elements have been largely kept intact. After the couple's eldest daughter passed away, rather than sell Ardrossan or leave it vacant, the extended family decided to maintain it collectively. Various cousins and relatives took turns using the mansion for family gatherings, parties, and charity events, treating it almost like a private country club or living museum for the family's use. Importantly, the family kept all the original furnishings, artwork, and decor in place. In 2013, Radnor Township agreed to purchase 71 acres of the estate to preserve as public open space, ensuring that a good slice of Ardrossan's pastoral beauty would be retained as parkland forever. Not long after, additional acreage was placed under conservation easements. Colonel Montgomery's descendants chose to retain Ardrossan's big house and about 10 acres of its immediate grounds as a family holding, effectively carving out the homestead from any development plans. Today, the mansion is still owned by the family trust and is used for family events and celebrations, just as it has been for generations. And with that, I'll turn it over to you. What did you think about Ardrossan? Did you have a favorite room? Let me know down below in the comments section. Our goal in 2026 is to reach 1 million subscribers, so if you are among the 1 to 2 million monthly viewers of this channel who are not subscribed, please consider subscribing to help us achieve this goal. As always, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time on This House.